It's the show the establishment warned you about.
Welcome back, Dr. Tommy Show. That's right, it's the Dr. Tommy Show. We're glad you're here. This is a live broadcast from the free state of Florida, from Echelon Health Studios, and we're heading into Friday, like George Jones says. Good old George Jones. I love George Jones. The obligatory LaCroix for the weekend. I have a new album that I just got. It's called Grateful. It's from Red Clay Strays, which is one of Tracy and I's favorite bands. We've been to see them twice now, once in Cincinnati and once in Las Vegas. And it was a really good concert both times. And the new album just came out. It is called Grateful, and it is a album that is eclectic. I say eclectic meaning in a good way, not in a bad way, but it's got all kinds of different taste, or let's say themes, I guess you call it, or just styles. Here's the back cover. So it's got Demons in the Choir, Don't You Know, Walking Away, People Hating, Revival, Down South, If I Didn't Know You, Fool's Gold, Can't Fix You, Do Today, and Grateful. The one is People Hating. That's a single that was made after Charlie Kirk was murdered. And Matthew Coleman, was it Matthew or Brandon? Brandon said that he wrote that, I guess with his brothers. I can't remember who wrote it. But he wrote it because they had written it in April, I think, and they really weren't going to write it. They weren't going to release it, because they thought, well, I don't want to be too political, because it talks about politics. It doesn't talk about politics in any way except for to say that people are making things political, not that they were talking politics. It's criticizing people who make politics too much. And so People Hating is about that. And anyway, so that's a single that's on there. Then there's some other songs that are on there that are new. There was a few songs that they played during their tour that we heard. Demons in the Choir, I think, was one that we heard. And what else? Can't remember. But Down South is a good one. Down South I would say it sounds like Leonard Skinner. And I think they did that on purpose, because they even doubled the vocals, the Ronnie Van Zant vocals, like happens on the Leonard Skinner album. So it's a really good album. You should try it. I got mine from Amazon, which I usually do get that, because you can also get MP3 download for included with the cost of the album, which is a good deal, I think. Anyway, it's Dr. Tommy Show. Glad you're here. I wanted to do a little bit of coverage of some of the main stuff, because actually a patient came in today and he's like, oh, did you hear about this? They repainted the reflecting pool at the Capitol and people are mad about that. I'm like, no, I didn't know that. I haven't followed any politics for so long now. It's hard for me to even keep up with things like that. And I had no idea. But anyway, so I said, well, maybe we should cover some politics today. So I have not looked at any of this stuff except very briefly. So we're going to cover together some politics just to see what's out there. Okay. All right. So here we are. This is the Gateway Pundit. And let's see Biden shouts, "Where's my daughter? Where's my granddaughter?" after Joe Biden leaves him alone and confused on stage. Well, that's nothing new since 2019. So, bombshell. Gabbard releases never before seen docs exposing Fauci. That's not new. Is Hillary hiding something? I have no idea. Possibly. What else do we got here? Civil rights investigation into Major League Baseball, religious discrimination. That's not uncommon. Joe Rogan says UFC Freedom 250 was the greatest night of the fights in the history of the sport. Tells triggered liberals to shut the F up. Okay. What else? Israel and Hezbollah agree to renewed ceasefire after overnight strikes. Okay, cool. Here's something. Obama opens his library. At last, a notable mess has been added to his legacy. That isn't the real picture, is it? No, that's somebody's. Somebody made that. It looks like a toilet, but his actual library does look bizarre. Here it is. Here's the real library right here. Twitter. That's not it. This is the crew though. Here we are. Joe Biden, Barack Obama, George W. Bush, Bill Clinton. That's them. Look at them all. All ancient. Even the young people look ancient. Barack and Michelle both look ancient. I think Jill looks the youngest of all of them. Poor Joe. Gosh, he looks like a wax figure. And so does George W. and Bill Clinton. They all look like AI almost. Hillary especially. Anyway, this is the picture of the monument. That's what it says. It says something on top. Anyway, that's the news from that. Let's see what else there is. What else is there out there? All right. Let's keep going. Woke leftist disgusted while patriotic patrons sing. Okay, well, that's not new. Comedian Carlos Mencia facing criminal charges. Congratulations. California certified gay government procurement program challenged. Awesome. Trump to spend weekend at Camp David after signing memorandum. Okay, cool. What else is there? Target repeat offender released from jail just 2 days after earlier randomly choking woman at Target in California. Well, it's pretty normal. Let's see. Deranged anti-Trump leftist charged with hate crime after burning cross with MAGA hat on top. Not surprised. Oh, here's a good one. Illegal alien who raped the body of a dead man for 30 minutes on New York City subway learns his fate. Liberal actor Tom Hanks insults MS Now to network reporters' face during an Obama event. MS Now is what MSNBC used to be called. Now it's called MS Now. White House postpones VP Vance's trip to Switzerland to continue talks with... Okay, who cares? Obama claims he was rejected. Okay, nobody cares. I mean, honestly, I don't care about any of that. So I'm going to go to what I really care about more than that. And it ain't that. It's this, Earl's Court. Earl's Court's my new video game. So I have this new video game. It's called Earl's Court. EHverse presents Earl's Court. And this will be coming out, I don't know when. It'll be coming out before long. Hopefully within the next week. Possibly. I don't know. I just got my Echelon Create LLC documents from the state of Florida. I'm trying to open up an Echelon Create business account with a different bank that I use for my company, because, Echelon Health, because I just want to keep things separate, make it easier, but I'm getting some friction there. They wanted some document that I didn't feel like I needed, so I uploaded my LLC only. They wanted a certificate of status. I just didn't feel like I want to do all that because you have to pay for that. Anyway, we're still waiting on that, so we'll see. If they give me too much friction, then I'm going to just go with my main credit union where I have all my other stuff. It's easier. I just don't like friction. I get to the point now where there's any friction at all with things, whether it be vendors or whatever. I just really irritates me. It makes me feel like Earl. Earl doesn't like friction. And who is Earl? Okay, so who is Earl? How did I come with Earl? I can't remember. I came up with Earl because I had an idea that I wanted to do a trivia game. And if you've seen earlier podcasts, I have a trivia game coming out soon called The Vig. It's actually called Doc Tommy, the Vig. Not colon like your body, but colon like the two dots, okay? So it's Doc Tommy, the Vig. And that's going to be coming out soon as I can get my, like I said, my bank accounts and all my Apple registration, all that stuff. Hopefully within the next week. Hopefully by the time I talk to you next week, it'll be out there. Anyway, so the Vig is coming out. And then the Vig is a trivia game. And the trivia game I made with Claude. And it's kind of like this guy gets picked up in front of this restaurant in New York, and he gets taken into this car by this gang-connected or mafia-connected dentist named Doc Tommy, not Dr. Tommy, Doc Tommy. And he's in New Jersey, actually. And he gets taken for a ride, and basically he has to play his way out of trivia, or play his way out of his debt through trivia. And the trivia is specific to the mafia or mobs, not just only the mafia, but mob culture. And it's mostly media stuff like TV shows and movies and stuff, but it also has some stuff with like Frank Sinatra and all that stuff, and that's connected, the Rat Pack, and it's just all that. Anyway, so that's the Vig. So there's another one coming out. It's going to be coming out around the same time, And this is a second iteration of that same engine, and it's called Earl's Court. I came up with the name Earl's Court because of Earl's Court, which is in England, which is a good place to hear music. But I thought, well, Earl's Court could be Earl too, this guy named Earl. So who is Earl? So I said to Claude, I said, I think I should make a trivia game, or we should make a trivia game that's utilizes the same engine we already have, because we already spent some time making that. And I think we can kind of reskin it and just make another one. He's like, okay. So we started working on it, and it came along pretty quickly. And so basically this trivia game is about Westerns. And this is another one of my favorite niches in media is Westerns. So I like the mafia. I like movies about the mafia, and I like movies about Westerns. So I said, well, I'm going to make one about Westerns because that's what I like. And so my two favorite movies are The Godfather 1 and 2 taken as one movie, and Unforgiven. And so I said, well, I did one on the mafia, or I'm making one on the mafia. I'm going to make one on Westerns too. So here we go. So Earl's Court. So what's the backstory on Earl? Earl thinks it's the 1880s for whatever reason. Unclear, not necessarily clear to us, but Earl thinks it's the 1880s, and he has a court called Earl's Court. And what Earl did was he basically has this compound, and I think of it as like the Village, where he exists on this compound. And remember, in the Village, in M. Night Shyamalan movie, The Village, these people live in this colonial village, and during the movie you're led to believe that this takes place in 1700s or something like that. And then at the end of the movie, spoiler alert, it's not. It's present day. Anyway, that's what happens in Earl's Court. Earl's Court exists in its own chronology in the 1880s, and here's Earl. And Earl is a combination mayor, sheriff, chief justice, and I guess you'd call him, he's the law, basically. Earl does not exist. I mean, nobody exists above Earl in Earl's dominion, in Earl's Court. So here we go. It says, Earl hasn't had company in a long time. And Earl does not like you to come in and leave. He wants you to stay a little while, and he wants you to play some cards with him. And his card game is a Western trivia card game. And so we're just going to start here, and we'll just watch this, okay? This is Westerns. This is for people listening. It says, warning, this video game depicts fictional violence and dread and Western films that you should have seen by now.
A man may set out on the road simply to quiet his thoughts. The world begins gently enough, open, familiar.
He's driving a Prius or some type of Toyota.
But even the gentlest roads have places where the air grows watchful, where the light seems to hesitate, and where a man's fortunes change without announcing themselves. He does not notice the moment it happens.
Oh,
a mile passes.
His car broke down.
Then another. The sky feels heavier. The silence deepens. Something in the world has shifted, quietly, as though remembering him before he arrived.
This is the Wheat County Broadcast Service with a brief advisory. Residents have reported several minor disturbances in rural areas. Livestock behaving in coordinated patterns, brief power irregularities, and multiple calls describing lights or movements that did not correspond to any scheduled activity. These matters remain under routine review. Motorists report momentary disorientation on back roads, including difficulty recalling familiar terms.
This is Cody.
Officials confirm the routes remain fully operational and note that such experiences
Cody's a farmhand.
are not uncommon.
You let the horses out.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My car broke down and I don't have cell service.
That's all right. I know you didn't mean it.
I've walked for miles. Is there any way I can use your phone?
Sure, we can head to the house and call for help. Follow me.
There are continued reports of missing individuals in the vicinity of the unclassified tract on County Road 17. The site variously described as a residence, a storage yard, or an undeveloped parcel that appears differently depending on the observer. While these accounts share certain unusual details, there is no indication of any broader concern.
Nothing to worry about.
Residents are advised not to speculate.
Don't speculate.
Please report only clear, verifiable incidents so ongoing assessments can proceed without interruption. Stay tuned for updates.
He walks on, thinking only of finding help or company or anything that might steady his thoughts. But the path ahead feels older than the one behind, and the one behind grows strangely unwilling to be returned to. A man may flee his troubles, but there are places that wait for such men, patient, unblinking, and far less forgiving than whatever he was running from.
Now let's get you squared away with a tow truck. I'll introduce you to the family and get you on the telly, and you'll be on your way.
Welcome to our home. We don't see visitors very often.
Okay, so that's the beginning. You can skip through that if you wanted.
Hey, so here's how this goes. We got a deck of cards. Each one's got a topic on it. I helped him write them. Little bit of pride there. You pick one of three. You answer the question. Right answers get you closer to home. Wrong answers get you closer to, well, not home. Earl's a fair man. Mostly. Just play. Make him happy.
So that's Cody speaking to you, and this is Earl looking at you. And Earl, unfortunately, is making this noise with his mouth that I'm going to have to either edit out or redo the video. He sounds like Joe Biden. So I'm going to have to redo that. But anyway, so here Earl's staring at you. He says, play or leave. All right, what do you guys want to do? I say we leave. We're like, you know what? It's not that important. I'll keep walking. Let's see what happens.
Wheat County Sheriff's Office. This is an updated advisory regarding the disappearance of an unidentified male last seen near 10545 County Road 17, Lisbon, Wheat County. The missing individual is described as a white male, approximately 30 to 35 years of age, medium build, between 5 feet 10 inches and 6 feet in height. He has a full dark beard and dark brown hair. He was last seen wearing an olive green polo shirt, khaki shorts, and brown leather penny loafers. An individual has been interviewed by deputies in connection with this matter and is not considered a suspect at this time. Last confirmed sighting of the missing person shows him standing near the farmhand on a roadside camera. The missing individual appears calm. The farmhand appears to be gesturing toward the property. Anyone with information regarding the missing individual or who may have seen activity in the area is urged to contact the Wheat County Sheriff's Office. Residents are advised to exercise caution. This concludes the advisory.
Okay, well, that was helpful. All right, let's play again. I'm going to skip. But anyway, so that's what happens if you don't play. You end up a missing person. All right, let's skip this. Wheat County, present time. Skip.
Hey, so.
All right, let's play. We'll play. Okay, here's Earl. He's starting court. All right, here we go. We're going to start playing. So here's Earl looking at you. We're going to choose a card. So what happens is you pick one of these cards. You don't know what the topic is until you flip it. So let's pick number one here. Okay, so we got Eastwood. You could have gotten No Fences or Deadwood, but you got Eastwood, which is good. So Eastwood, and it's a level 4 question. I think we have to mix that up. I have them staged by difficulty, and there's a 1 through 4. Maybe we'll leave it that way. I don't know. I think we wanted to start it off easy, though. Anyway, No Fences is considered like a hodgepodge. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. So No Fences is a hodgepodge. So basically what will happen is you can pick, okay, so it says Eastwood. Why did Eastwood wait over a decade to film Unforgiven? I know the answer to this, but I'm going to read them all. A, he had to be old enough to wear the violence. B, Warner Brothers contract barred him. C, waiting for cinematographer Gordon Willis. That's not even the guy. D, waiting for Gene Hackman. It was A. Okay, so we got it right.
Earl's grinning ear to ear. Don't let it go to your head. But that was clean.
So Earl, the more you answer right, the happier he is, because he loves Westerns and he wants you to love Westerns. All right, let's pick the second question, the second card here. Got Eastwood again. This is a level 1. Okay. In The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, what does Tuco call Eastwood? Okay, the Drifter, the Stranger, Blondie, or Gringo. Okay, most people know Blondie. I know it's Blondie. And then each one of them has audio, but I haven't had all the audio baked in yet. But each one has an audio when you flip it. Choose a card. Okay, let's pick the third one. Okay, and we got neo-western. So a neo-western is a western, but it's not really by narrative western, but it acts like a western. So the one we're listing here is called No Country for Old Men. Why does Chigurh kill with a cattle bolt pistol in No Country for Old Men? A, he's a former agriculture worker. B, he's a period accuracy for 1980s border. C, it's quiet and untraceable. Or D, it reduces victims to cattle death as mechanical. I think it's C, actually. Let's see. Or maybe it's D. Let's see. I'm not sure. Oh, D was the correct answer. Uh-oh. Let's see what happens. Nothing yet. If you get too many wrong, the Earl doesn't like it. What shift made The Searchers go from poorly reviewed to a classic? Oh, I don't even know this because I don't know The Searchers. I'm going to say French auteur critics. I don't know. I have no idea, actually.
Ha. Yeah. See, he likes you.
Okay, I got that
Been
one right.
hoping for somebody who knows their stuff.
Okay, good. So he's been waiting for someone who knows their stuff. What is the name of Swearingen Saloon? I know this one's the Gym.
Look at him. Happier
Okay, you got
than
free.
a calf in clover.
Then I'll have a cutscene where you get walk to the road. They never let you use the phone, but at least you're alive. All right, let's play again. One more time. Warning, this film could depict graphic violence and dread. Western film just shows. Okay. Wheat County, present time. All right, let's read this again.
A man may set out on the road simply to
There he is in
quiet
his Prius.
thoughts. The world
Getting away from the
begins
work or
gently
whatever it
enough,
was that was bothering him.
familiar,
And
almost
then
kind.
he's just
But
driving.
even the gentlest
Look at
roads
this.
have places where the
Wheat
air
County's such a
grows
beautiful
watchful,
place.
where the
And
light
then
seems to
suddenly-
hesitate, and where a man's fortunes change without announcing themselves.
Bad news.
He does not notice them.
All right, so we know that. All right, we're going to play. Earl's going to bang his gavel. All right, now we're going to lose this time, so I can see what happens when you lose. Okay, choose a card. Who directed The Wild Bunch? Oh, geez. Sam Peckinpah.
Nice. Earl's grinning ear to ear.
All right, I
Don't
won't
let
lose
it
this
go
one,
to
though.
your head.
Okay. Who wrote and
That
directed
was
Wind
clean.
River? Okay, I know that's Taylor Sheridan, so I'm going to pick David Mackenzie. Uh-oh. He's not mad yet. We'll see what happens. What does receiving the Y brand mean for Yellowstone's ranch hands? That means you belong to the property, but I'm going to say it means that you have full membership. Uh-oh. See, Earl's demeanor changed. Oh, gosh. He's starting to turn. He looks a little... How did Leone reveal good man Henry Fonda's villainy in Once Upon a Time? He did not hide the blue eyes. Shown it once, but I'm going to say he hid his blue eyes. Oh, that was not right. Uh-oh. Let's see what happens. All right, let's pick another wrong one. Ang Lee says Brokeback Mountain isn't a gay cowboy movie. What's his real subject? I have not seen this movie. I don't know. It's probably the lifelong cost of suppressing who you are. But I'm going to say the decline of the ranching industry. Oh, no. Earl's mad. Sorry, Earl. All right. Ooh, he's getting angry. Which film is defining acid western? I don't know. I'm going to say Zachariah. I've never heard of it. Ooh, it was not a Zachariah. Let's see what happened. Why did shooting spaghetti westerns in Spain's Almeria achieve? I don't know. Shot in U.S.
I tried to tell him folks don't always know these things.
Cody says, I tried to
Now,
help.
where am I going to put this one?
Oh, gosh. Cody says, I tried to tell him folks don't always know these things. And then Earl is angry. All right, Earl, chill out. What was Wayne's political objection to High Noon? Cooper was miscast. Agreed it was too him. I'm going to say, I think it's this one. This is wrong. Oh, that was wrong. Okay, Earl's about to flip out. All right. The closing door of the searchers argues, what about Ethan? He freely chooses a noble solitude. I'm going to say he is dying. That's the bad gavel. Okay. There's supposed to be some words over this that says basically, you lost, but Earl's going to let you play again tomorrow if you can stay awake, because this guy's here. And then listen to the guy. Somebody help! And then there's supposed to be a court ruling here, but I got to ask Claude what happened to that. That's it. That's the game as it's almost done. And so that's what we're done with the new thing for EH. verse. Anyway, that's it for the Dr. Tommy Show. Join us next time. Go to drtommy.com, drtommyshow.com if you want to see more of the Dr. Tommy shows. And until then, until next time, have a good weekend, and we will see you later. Bye-bye.
Finally Friday, I'm free again. I got my motor running for a wild weekend. It's finally Friday, I'm out of control. Forget the working blues and let the good times roll.
It's the show the establishment warned you about.